Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aizuddin bin Muhammad Nasir from AP 2245B. So today, I will talk about the topic about environmental management in the construction management. Construction is the industry that has the largest impact on the nature and the environment. It often has injurious effect upon nature which could, with reasonable action, be minimized. Other than hand, construction technology can also be used to remotely in the environment and to help it return to its natural state. The most significant quantifiable environment impact of the building sector is emission due to the energy consumption. Construction, material manufacturing and use of building are responsible for almost half of the total energy consumption. Construction is an old practice-oriented discipline that can be characterized by one-off design, temporary project organization and intensive site operation. The challenges are to produce, operate and maintain a built environment that meet the needs of its changing owner and user. A new actor that has recently joined the team of customer is the environment. This means that the impact to resource depletion, harmful emission and maintaining biodiversity over the lifespan of facilities are requested. The main answer are to minimize the use of non-renewable energy source and to look for adaptability and long service life with good indoor condition. The current problem is that the client don't have the tools to set environmental objective and to manage how they are met in design, construction, operation, disassembly and disposal. So, the purpose of the report is to study the importance of environmental management in construction management. Construction project contribute a lot of problem for society as they need to minimize or get rid of the negative effect on the environment and keep its consistency during the construction stage. What is environmental management in the construction management? The term environment is used to describe in the aggregate all the external forces, influence and condition which affect the life, nature, behavior and the growth, development and maturity of living organism. Managing a building project is what construction management is. The job of construction manager is to oversee the building of new project. Some of their job are to order construction material, give staff to construction crew and work with subcontractor. They often work at the construction site where they are in charge of a team and make sure the work is complete very well safely. Why environmental management is needed in a construction management? According to the United Nations, Earth faces a triple planetary emergency. The climate is heating up too quickly for people and nature to adapt. Habit loss and others pressure mean an estimate 1 million species are threatened with extinction. Pollution continues to poison our air, land and water. Based on Yusuf and Iran Mesh 2017, 67.5% of natural resource and 21% ecosystem in Malaysia is affected by construction activities. Competition for land with other activities such as agriculture, adverse effect on the plot of land which are developed and their environment such as changing their ecological characteristic, sustained consumption of both renewable and non-renewable resource, production of sustained volume of waste, consumption of large amount of energy during the processing of material, the construction process and in the use of construction item, contribution to air pollution from dust and substance, including some toxic ones which are released during the production and transportation of material and in some construction operation, disruption of the life of the people in the vicinity of the project, through traffic diversion, noise pollution and others. Essential for a construction company to have environment standard and policy to help them reduce environmental impact. Transportation and energy consumption in construction activities. And when the environmental management need in a construction project. Construction management begin with the contractor has posed the site until handover of site. Green procurement, green construction practice and solid waste management, green audit construction. Green audit, MySRIS, GBI, Green RE, MyGHI, Melaka Green Seal, PSJKR, SADEC, KSB, Iskandar, Green Pass and LCCF. GCP, Solid Waste Management, the waste management hierarchy in order of importance. First one is reduce source reduction using recycled product and controlling the material to reduce final waste. Reuse, recycle, incineration, energy recover and safe disposal. Who are the construction project parties involved? It need to involve a management approach for effective implementation of EMS in construction organization. Begin is with top management. Like construction manager, commitment is important. Construction manager is the key roles to conduct the sustainability construction plan works. They have the power to give instruction and supervise their workers to comply with the EMS. The success of implementation of EMS in construction site depends on how determined is construction manager compliance the EMS. The commitment and support regular management review and relevant environment policy accept by all workers will make sure the goal are achieved. Aside from that, authority agencies also play a big part in making sure the EMS continues to work in the construction industry, such as CIDB, JKR, KE, TTHA and others. It is their responsibility to set the standard for the rest of the construction industry to follow in terms of regulation and initiative. In doing so, Malaysian construction is given that required direction to implement environmental management system. In the 11 Malaysia plans, for instance, the government implemented government green procurement as one of its initiatives for achieving a sustainable economy. Therefore, top management and authorities must work closely together to effectively implement EMS. How is EMS applied in a construction project? In order that EMS has established the 5 major stage of an EMS as defined by the ISO 14001 standard. Number 1 is commitment and policy. Top management commit to environmental improvement and establish the organization environmental policy such as compliance of 5F practice method, green construction practice and solid waste management. The policy is the foundation of the EMS in managing the construction. Number 2, planning. An organization first identifies environmental aspect of its operation. Environmental aspect are those items such as air pollution or hazard waste that can have negative impact on people or the environment. An organization then determines which aspects are significant by choosing criteria considered most important by the organization. For example, an organization may choose workers' health and safety, environmental compliance and cost as its criteria. One significant environmental aspect are determined as organization set objectives and target. An objective is an overall environmental goal. A target is a detailed, quantified requirement that arise from the objective. The final part of the planning stage is a devising an action plan for meeting the target. This include designing responsible, establishing a schedule and outlining clearly defined steps to meet the target. Number 3 is implementation. An organization follow through with the action plan using the necessary resource. human and financial. An important component is employee training and awareness for all employees, including intern contractor. Other steps in the implementation phase include documentation, following operation procedure, and setting up international and external communication line. Number 4 is evaluation. A company monitor its operation to evaluate whether objectives and targets are being met. If not, the company take corrective action. Number 5, review. Top management review the result of the evaluation to see if the EMS is working. Management determine whether the original environmental policy is consistent with the organization values. The plan is then revise the optimize the effectiveness of the EMS. The review stage create a loop of continuous improvement for a company. We can put example here. To manage a site, the 5S practice method can be applied here. For your information, 5S practice was developed in Japan, and the first company to implement this method was Toyota Motor Corporation. It was even to meet the purpose of providing a working environment that is organized, productive, and safe. In conclusion, EMS is not only about taking care of the environment and nature, but also about making construction work more efficiently. As well, workers' safety will be effectively managed because EMS has aligned several standards to make the workplace safer. The Malaysian government is worried about how serious environmental problems have become. As a result, a few green initiatives have been put forward along the intention of reaching 17 sustainable goals set up by United Nations. So using EMS in construction site should make our environment and air much better. We hope. Beforehand, I want to read an ayah from Surah Ar-Rum, verse 41. It means mischief has appeared on land and sea because of that the hand of men have earned, that may give them a taste of some of their deeds, in order that they may turn back. Sadaqallahul Azim. In this verse, Allah is warning us to be mindful of the things that we as a human will be doing to nature, because the consequence of those actions may come back to us. That's all from me. Thank you for watching this video. See you another time.
You